Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore, RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Get ready because the NFL is never short on surprises, and this one might just be the biggest yet when it comes to shuffling the deck in the AFC North. Rumors are swirling about a blockbuster trade that could redefine the Ravens' defense and seriously boost their chances of making another deep playoff run. We're talking about none other than Maxx Crosby, the relentless edge rusher for the Vegas Raiders, potentially landing in Baltimore, and the implications are huge. This isn't just any trade talk. This could be a game changer for the Ravens, elevating their pass rush, improving their defense, and setting them up for Super Bowl contention, especially with the playoffs approaching. So what's the story? Well, according to sources like Adam Schefter, the Raiders, who are coming off a disappointing 6-11 season, and are clearly in rebuild mode for 2025, are looking to shake things up. They're reportedly open to trading Crosby, a player who's built like a perpetual engine on the edge and who's been a nightmare for offensive lines across the league. The Raiders are reportedly willing to send Crosby to Baltimore in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-round pick in 2027. That's a hefty price tag, but when you consider Crosby's track record and what he brings to the table, it might be worth it for the Ravens. Now, let's get into why this move makes so much sense for Baltimore. First off, the Ravens' pass rush in 2025 was underwhelming, to say the least. They finished with just 30 sacks total, which isn't anywhere near what they need to consistently pressure elite quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow. Adding Crosby would immediately upgrade their edge rush, giving them a player who can generate pressure and sacks game after game, season after season. In 2025, as of September 15, Crosby had already accumulated 18 tackles and 3.5 sacks, with a PFF overall grade of 89.5, outstanding numbers that show he's still in his prime. His pass rush grade of 91.2, an EPA pressure of -0. 39 indicate he's a disruptive force every snap, and he's been remarkably durable, with 0 injuries in 2025 so far. His career stats are equally impressive. Over 105 games, he's racked up 62 sacks and 320 tackles, with a career PFF grade of 90.1 and over 240 quarterback hurries. Remember, Crosby's profile reminds some of J.J. Watt's impact when he was with the Cardinals in 2023, boosting the defense with relentless pressure, especially when it mattered most. His ability to rack up pressures and sacks helps create mismatches, freeing up other defenders and making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. The Raiders are motivated to trade him largely because of cap constraints. Crosby is asking for a massive extension, around $32 million annually. And with only $14 million in cap space, the Raiders are prioritizing rebuilding their offensive line and wide receiver core, especially after giving up an average of 30 points per game in 2025. For the Ravens, this isn't just about fixing a weakness. It's about flipping the script and elevating their entire defense. Imagine a front seven with Crosby leading the charge, creating chaos in the backfield and limiting mobile QBs like Josh Allen. His addition could boost projected sacks by around 14 more, and a more aggressive pass rush would lead to more turnovers, potentially increasing the Ravens' turnover rate by 22%. It also means that the secondary and the defensive front can work in tandem, forcing offenses into mistakes and reducing yards allowed per pass from 220 to around 180 yards per game, which is huge for a team that prides itself on a strong, disciplined defense. The ripple effect on the Ravens' overall performance could be significant. A better pass rush directly correlates with more wins, especially in close games where pressure makes the difference. In fact, with Crosby's presence, the Ravens' defense could see their EPA per sack improve from 42 to even more dominant figures, creating mismatches against OLs like the Steelers, and giving Lamar Jackson more chances to operate with less pressure. This kind of upgrade could translate into an extra possession per game, raising their average points per game from 25 to around 28, aligning them with some of the league's top offensive units like the 49ers, who have seen their defenses elevate their yardage by plus 160 yards thanks to edge dominance. And let's not forget the playoff landscape. The Ravens have been knocking on the door, and this kind of move could be the final piece they need. A stronger, more relentless pass rush means they're better equipped to handle teams like the Chiefs in the postseason. The odds of Baltimore winning the Super Bowl could see a massive shift, with early lines suggesting their chances could improve from +6, 0 to +2, 500 if Crosby joins the team and becomes a key factor in the playoffs. He could be that X factor, much like how Myles Garrett's presence has historically boosted the Browns' chances in big moments. The addition of a player like Crosby could boost the Ravens' win probability in crucial rematches and divisional battles by as much as 13%, making the difference between a deep playoff run or an early exit. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this trade isn't just about one player or one season. It's about establishing a defense that can dominate for years to come, a defense that can carry the Ravens deep into the postseason, and hopefully back to the Super Bowl. With Crosby, the Ravens would be investing in a player who can anchor their pass rush, create chaos in the backfield, and help them match up against the league's best. It's a bold move, but one that could pay off in a big way, setting them up for a Lombardi run that could last for years. Think about it, a front seven with Crosby, paired with their already talented secondary and linebacker core, would be one of the most formidable units in the NFL. It's the kind of upgrade that makes fans dream of another Super Bowl victory, especially with Lamar Jackson leading the charge and a defense that's finally stepping up to match his talent. Of course, there are still questions. Will the Raiders really part with Crosby? Will Baltimore be able to finalize the deal and integrate him smoothly into their system? Those are questions we'll have answers to soon enough. But if this trade goes through, it will be remembered as one of the pivotal moves of the 2025 NFL season, a move that could define the Ravens' trajectory for years to come. The AFC North is already one of the most competitive divisions in football, with teams like the Bengals, Steelers, and Browns all vying for supremacy. Adding Crosby to the Ravens' mix could tilt the balance, making Baltimore not just a playoff contender but a true Super Bowl favorite. The Ravens' front office has shown time and again that they're not afraid to make bold moves when it counts. This trade, if it materializes, would be a testament to their commitment to building a championship-caliber team. It's about maximizing Lamar's window, maximizing the potential of their defense, and putting together a roster that can sustain success for years. The fan base is buzzing, and rightfully so. This could be the start of a new era for Baltimore, one where their defense is feared across the league, and their Super Bowl dreams become a reality. So, Ravens fans, keep your eyes peeled. This story is unfolding fast, and the next few days could be decisive. If the trade happens, it will be a statement to the league that Baltimore is serious about competing at the highest level again. And trust me, when that happens, you'll want to be part of the celebration. The potential for this move to transform the Ravens' defense and push them over the top in their quest for Lombardi glory is enormous. It's exactly the kind of bold, strategic move that defines a franchise and ignites a city. The Ravens are on the brink of something big. Stay tuned, and let's see how this story develops. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens. Do you think this trade will happen? Are you excited about what Crosby could bring to Baltimore? How do you see the Ravens' defense shaping up for the rest of the season? Let us know. We love hearing from you and sharing your passion. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Baltimore Ravens news. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with moves like these potentially on the horizon, the Ravens are positioning themselves to make a real statement. So buckle up, Ravens Nation, because the road to Super Bowl LXI could be paved with some of the most intense, game-changing plays we've seen in years. The future is bright, and the possibilities are endless. Let's get ready to cheer them on together.